Other interesting culture news, you have VMware admitting illegal hiring practices and admitting that they basically will choose based on gender when all things are equal, which is illegal. And also, there's no such thing as all things equal in terms of resumes. But this was brought to us thanks to Libs of TikTok on X Twitter. And she said, quote, insane, the global head of AI advanced securities at VMware blatantly admits they prioritize diverse hire when breaking hiring ties. So they openly admit to discriminating against certain groups while prioritizing others. How is this legal? This is brought to us thanks to a 17-second clip here. Looks like you have a gentleman on stage, which at least he did one thing right. He's at least wearing a suit, as all men always should, obviously. Without further ado here.
But then the other thing is breaking ties. What happens when you have two really good candidates? For us, if there's two candidates that are tied, we prioritize the diverse hire. And I'm not going to apologize for that. It's the right thing to do, and that's what's led us to where we are today.
I mean, he says it's kind of hilarious. If you're in IT, he says it's led them to where they are today. You mean a vestige of what you used to be? VMware was one of the most revolutionary technologies on the planet. Rudimentarily speaking, instead of having to buy a physical piece of hardware for every business application you needed, it allowed you to buy one physical appliance and virtually segment it so you could have multiple applications on that same thing, saving companies unfounded money from buying hardware, as well as the heating and cooling costs associated with buying hardware. It was revolutionary, and it was basically printing money for decades. It was subsequently, Dell bought them out with EMC. They spun it off again, and it was recently bought by Broadcom, which is, I would say, shooting themselves in the foot epically. I mean, every business is moving away from VMware, partially because they're ramping up prices, decreasing quality. Even now, it looks like they pulled back on saying we're going to charge you month to month for this service. But pretty much most businesses are moving away from that software. So they have been, I'm going to say, they're making a lot of business blunders lately, and this one is illegal. Now, first of all, let me know in the comments, have you ever seen two resumes that are exactly the same? When two people, it's a little cliche we hear all the time in business. They talk about, well, we have two equally qualified candidates, so we'll pick one or the other because X, Y, Z. Which, again, I understand the intention. Granted, a wise saying is the road to hell is paved with good intentions. But that being said, there are no such thing as, even if you have twins who work at the same company for the same amount of time, even then they'll have differences. If it's an inside sales role or a business development role, they'll always have easy to measure metrics. They're going to have someone make more dials, more talk time, more emails, more projects made, more projects closed. I mean, there really is no such thing as two exactly the same resumes. And choosing someone based on something they can't control is not just morally vacuous, it's illegal. You can't do it. Yet, given the politics of the United States, again, lawsuits should be filed appropriately. I don't think they'll have any pushback. Now, some of the top comments over here comes from Paul Zuzupa saying, quote, none of this DEI nonsense that companies do is legal. Unfortunately, we have a government that doesn't care. Look the other way while white people are discriminated against. It's true and only getting worse. Trump winning is the only thing that can stop this. Getting 62 likes. Jim Hansen says, quote, it is not legal. It violates the Civil Rights Act, as does almost every corporate DEI policy has currently implemented. Sue them flat, unquote. Getting 39 likes. Red Wave Press says, quote, it's not legal, but since Biden administration doesn't enforce discrimination laws, then nothing will ever change. Getting 47 likes. Harry Fisher says, once you convince the public that abortion isn't murder, anything else is easy. Getting 28 likes. Libercat Media TM says, quote, who wants to tell him he's racist? And he has a picture of DEI and it says, diversity means fewer white people. I, inclusion, includes exclusion of white people. E, equity means stealing from white people. Getting 10 likes. Plenty of memes responded with a meme today. Again, A+ marketing. It's kind of 50-50 shot if they actually respond in meme versus meme form, or if they just respond in simple text. Now, again, it's from Planet of Memes, and they have a picture of, I forget what TV show or comic this is, but it's a guy shooting someone in the chair, and it's DEI shooting high qualified applicants in the chair. And then he goes, where are all the outfit folks at? Got 19 likes. Here. Cash Lawrence says, it's not one lawsuit at a time, getting 4 likes. Ikits from Underground says, my workplace openly said we're lowering hiring standards to get more minorities, illegal and offensive as hell, getting 7 likes. And again, I mean, we're seeing this more and more in corporate America. It's a huge trend, and fascinatingly enough, a lot of them will actually brag about this. And there are a lot of people, I mean, it's just almost devolved into a political issue, there are a lot of people who will go and they'll buy things from those companies, they'll go work for those companies because of those policies and initiatives. It's almost like an advertising mechanism. And I understand that, about half the market, you'll probably gain some favor because of those policies, but you're also blatantly breaking the law. And I just can't fathom that being good long term to pick not the most qualified candidate, but to choose someone who's lesser, and also break the law in many cases. So let me know in the comments, have you ever seen an instance where this has happened in your workplace, where someone got the job where they have a lower or lesser resume? And then have you ever heard of anyone having the same qualifications, the same resume, the same experiences, same qualifications? I don't think that's possible. As always, I would be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, we're trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you could click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, leave us a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.